educational, scientific, and cultural organization, has 17 sustainable development goals that they plan to reach by the year 2030. In our group, we decided to focus on one goal, goal number 4. This goal is focused on ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. During today's discussion, we will first discuss the United Nations and their influence on the growth of quality education in the United States and Malaysia. Next, we will discuss the educational states in the United States and in Malaysia. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals were put into place to ensure that to ensure that 17 pillars are met by 2030. One of perhaps the most important is quality education for everyone around the globe. The UN is leading the coordination, review, and monitoring of quality education at the regional and global level and is determined to support the implementation at the country level by 2030. These include Malaysia and the United States, as the United States is a member nation of the UN as well. UNESCO is determined to bring the world stakeholders in education to work as the steering committee, keeping this goal on track to finish the line. The mandate of the steering committee is to provide strategic guidance, policy advice, and capacity development to member states, according to UNESCO's Sustainable Development Goals.
All right, thank you, Avery, for the introduction. Now we're going to pass to Maya to talk about the United States education. Sorry, Maya, you're muted.
Oops. The United States is known to be a prominent leader in education. A free K-12 education is available for all students of any race, religion, and welcomes those with disabilities. The U.S. claims its excellence is due to the fact that a free, well-tested curriculum that teaches students to read, write, do arithmetic, as well as life skills are provided. The U.S. has a 99% literacy rate and has high standardized testing scores compared to other countries when taking into consideration that there are almost 50 million K-12 students. This is all done in hopes that a student will further their education, which typically means a college education. While the United States may be a leader in education, it does not mean that the current education system is without faults. The issues within the U.S. education system vary. One of the main criticism is that there is overcrowding and underfunding. These issues target lower income areas. Teachers across the board are severely underpaid and teacher-student ratios have increased. Finally, the United States emphasizes the importance of higher education, yet most students cannot afford college tuition. In turn, millions of students take out loans each year. For the recommendations, we have said that the United States can amend these issues by investing more in education. Teachers need higher salaries and a livable wage so that they can teach to their best capabilities. Outdated schools and lack of educational tools need more attention. The U.S. should strive to make education more affordable for students. More people will be more eager to further their education if it was feasible. There is a lot to praise about the American education system, but for success of students, improvements must continue to be made.
Thank you, Maya, for elaborating. Now I'm going to talk about the situation in Malaysia, specifically with regards to the tertiary education. So in Malaysia, actually, Bumiputras and Malays have been given racial privilege, and especially when it comes to education opportunities and employment in public sectors compared to other races. So this was done by the introduction of new economic policies in 1970s, and they justified that by saying that the poverty issue was more prevalent among the Bumiputras, but then some critics say that it actually worsened the issues. Now, as for the return on investment, obviously the marginal rate of returns on a university degree is high in general, so we have seen positive figures for all races, but the highest was the Indian, followed by Bumiputra, and then last but not least, the Chinese. Now, as for the recommendation to rectify this issue, obviously this is not easy since this racial privilege issue is essentially woven into the Malaysian constitution, but then a remedy is to implement policies that are more inclusive and not just ethnic centric, targeting a particular race, but something that includes every race and something that gives every youth the opportunity to pursue higher education. So obviously, this is going to be done in conjunction with other issues such as gender discrimination, regional development. So obviously, multifaceted approach is necessary. But this is pretty much it for the Malaysian education. Now I'm going to pass to Avery for conclusion.
I'll actually be reading the conclusion.
Sorry, yes, please
You're
go
fine.
ahead.
The United States and Malaysia are both at very different educational tiers, but they both, like the rest of the world, have room for improvement. With the help of the United Nations and its member nations, they may help to provide quality education to everyone around the globe.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Maya and Avery, for your presentation. And thank you for your attention and time. This is it for our presentation, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.